Welcome to the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is Master Your Mind. My name's Danny Sanchez. For those of you who haven't had the chance yet, please go out and check out my first episode about the power of journaling. It's a wonderful episode where I share my journaling and how I go about journaling and the takeaways I get from journaling. In today's episode, I want to take some time to talk about my sobriety and why I decided to get sober and the story of the day that I knew I had to get sober. So a little backstory here. I was dealing with a bad cocaine problem for a while and heavily drinking. And that was pretty much a nightly thing for me. And one night, it was one of my buddy's birthday, who I frequently did cocaine with. And me, him, and another buddy all went to his house. And we were in the guest house in the back. And the three of us had been partying for a while already. And we were fine, having a good time, like, you know, any other day of the week. And then the guy whose birthday it was his brother who came. And his brother brought his stuff to the party with him. And that's where things took a turn for the worse. So when you do a lot of cocaine, your nose can get clogged easily. And at that point in the night, I had done a lot of cocaine and my nose was clogged. So what this gentleman brought to the party with him, I tried a little bit, but it really didn't get into my nose the way, you know, when you're trying to do cocaine, if you've ever done it before, you want it to get up your nose. But I did feel a little strange sensation from that, and I knew something was off. And then all of a sudden, the guy who bought that stuff, I see the eyes roll to the back of his head and he just drops on the ground. So another guy who was there is trying to attend to him. And then his brother, who I was friends with at the time, I just thought he was up checking on him. And next thing you know, he drops. So long story short here, there was fentanyl there. And these two guys had just dropped on the ground from fentanyl. And I'm on the phone with the medics. His brother's trying to do CPR to the one guy. It's just a hectic situation, and thank God the medics got there when they got there. I was able to run outside, get them, tell them that we need Narcan in there now. They got in there, and they were working on the two gentlemen who had overdosed. And at that point, they asked the two of us who were inside at the time, who were unaffected and not family, to go outside. So we go outside, and I just remember to myself thinking, God, please let them make it. God, please let them make it. I don't know what's going on right now. God, please let them make it. The one guy, I know his kids, and it was just a really, really scary experience. And right then and there is when I told myself, I cannot put myself in this situation ever again. Every thought that ran through my head, you could think in that situation can run through your head, ran through my head. Like, what if that was me? My daughter's 15 years old. I can't leave her like that. My purpose in life is bigger than that. My niece, she just turned 16 today, lost her father almost 2 years ago from an overdose. And it really impacted my family. It impacted my niece for the rest of her life, my sister. And I really thought to myself, I do not want my family to bear that burden because of me. And not only not just my family, my daughter and myself, like, I'm better than that. And in that moment, I just decided, like, I can't ever put myself in this situation ever again. And I decided I need to get sober. And the place I was living in at the time, I got out of there because there was plenty of partying going on there. I knew I needed to get out of there. So I got myself out of that situation. I moved back into my parents' house because I knew there I had a healthy environment where drugs weren't being used. Yeah, there might be some alcohol consumption in the house, but I'm a bartender, so I'm around alcohol at work all the time. It's just putting myself in the situations that I know are more conducive to me being sober. And that's a way of life that I live on a daily basis now. A little over 8 months sober. And at times, is it easy? Absolutely not. Sometimes it fucking sucks. Sometimes at the end of the day, I would love an ice cold beer. But I know where I've been, and I know where I don't want to go. And the second I take even a sip of alcohol, it can open up the door to so many other things that I don't ever want to see again. Maybe in the future, will I be able to handle it? Who knows? But one of the things I did about my sobriety is I didn't really put like a date on it. It could be forever, but I said for the foreseeable future. And, you know, some people like with sobriety to say, oh, let me go a month and see how that goes. When you just kind of put a time frame on it, it lowers your expectations. So I've been there, done that, and I've said, all right, I'm not going to drink for a month. I know it's catching up to me, the lifestyle is catching up to me, but I'm not going to drink for a month. And then you get to about 2 weeks and you tell yourself, you know what, I made it 2 weeks, let's have a beer today. And that whole cycle just repeats itself, and it's a vicious cycle, and if you let it get to you, you will. Sobriety is something you gotta want. It's something I want. It's at the top of my priority list every single day, is to maintain my sobriety. And I'll do anything that I have to do to, if I'm feeling a certain way, to just not feel that way. If it's push-ups, if it's reading, if it's calling someone who I care enough to talk to at the time, there are plenty of ways. You just really have to want it. It has to be the biggest priority in your life if you want to maintain it. A lot of people out there have told me, hey, I want to get sober, but they're not really doing anything about it. So the first step is to take action, take that first day, and then tell yourself how proud you are after that first day, and really make it part of your identity, because it's definitely the biggest part of my identity is my sobriety. So with that being said, man, I'm going to go ahead and call this wraps. I appreciate you guys taking time out of your day to listen to my story. If this helps anyone in any way, please share, like, subscribe. And I really hope anyone out there, if you are dealing with alcohol abuse, drug abuse, and you need someone to reach out to, please reach out to me. My number's available out there. You can contact me in social media, DM me, whatever you need. I'm here for you. I've decided to go about sobriety without AA. I've done this on my own, but if you want to go to a meeting, go to a meeting. They help plenty of people. If you want to do it on your own, do it on your own. Find a way that works for you. Find something that supports you and what you seek out of sobriety. That's the biggest thing. Like, you have to have your why. So with that being said, guys, once again, I apologize. Thank you very much. Like, share, subscribe. Love you all. Thank you for all the support. Have a great night.